Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, everyone.
You doing okay out there in Texas, Miss Narcisse?
I am, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Mrs. Connie, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. We spoke to you earlier, didn't know if you could hear us, so we didn't hear anything.
No, I was getting everything ready. I got out in the rain today working and my throat's a little sore today. So I'm just not talking a bit.
Drink your little superfood soup.
Mm-hmm. I know.
That's what most people do when they get sore throats or itchy throats, anything like
Gargle.
that. It usually works very well.
Mm.
Do you still have any?
I do have a little bit left, yes. I'm gonna do that in a little bit. I've gargled with salt water and um got peppermints and stuff. So, it's just 'cause I got wet. I went to work early this morning when it was a downpour and unloading my supplies to the house. I got soaked wet.
Mm, Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. Can't stop working just because of the weather.
Oh, yeah. Like my mother used to tell me when I was growing up, the mailman said they run in the rain, sleet, or snow. So I adopted that model for my own runs. I literally run in the rain, sleet, or snow. Can't let it stop me. So,
So,
Dr. Jim, can you hear us?
Here's a bell.
All right. Well, we can't see you. Can't see any of you all's lovely faces.
I'm sorry you're missing.
mhm.
Give me 1 second, you all. Good evening, Miss Amy. Good evening, Miss Allen. Still can't hear you, Miss Allen. Well, Mr. Lawler is hopping on in one moment. He is running behind. Give me all one moment, you all.
Mm. Oh, that's easy.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello there, Mr. Lawler.
Can you see me?
I can see a background, but I don't see you.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What do I need to do down here? I'm not even seeing my camera there. I thought I turned it on. Also said stop video. Export, blur in the background, video and effects. Well, I'll be dang. I turned it on again. Oh, hang on. Silly me.
There you go.
I have my laptop on the up under my monitor because I look at a big 32-inch screen,
Gotcha.
not my laptop because I can't read it. It's too little.
Gotcha. Well, perfect.
Okay, so let me see. What do I need to do here? Close that. I see me now at the top.
Mhm.
Is everybody else in the room yet? I see Connie, you. I see the names for Narcisse and Jim and Denise. Is that all we got?
And Miss Opal Allen and Miss Narcisse Nikki Taplin as well.
Okay. Okay, I
Miss
see a
Amy.
face. Hey, Opal.
Miss Amy is also here as well.
Hey, how are you?
See, I think
Hello,
that
hello, hello.
Hello. Yeah, the email didn't show up in my regular email for some reason. It's in an old Doodle account. But let me grab, I'm going to get a spray my nose and I'll be right back.
not a problem. Well, Miss Allen, thank you so much for that beautiful Google review and Facebook review you wrote last night on the superfood soup. And it's ironic because Mrs. Connie was just talking about how she's a little under the weather with her throat. So you should share with her what the superfood soup has done for you. She says she's got a little bit left in her fridge. She should certainly been turning to it first before gargling with salt water, which is a myth actually. And the peppermint's okay, but obviously they're artificial and extremely limited. But all those natural herbs and spices in the superfood soup, it's going to do its job and it's going to boost your immune system really strong like it should and let your own God-given body do the rest. So, and Miss Allen, she got real clever, like one of Mr. Meese's clients. She had a little grilled chicken to it and said it was amazing. So,
You know, your soup, what I did with that was I go to Trader Joe's and I buy stuff there that I really like a lot. And they have a homemade soup that is amazing. And I added that 50-50 with yours and that. It's primo.
nice.
It's primo.
Well, there you go. There you go.
A little
That's
tip.
awesome.
So you have your own chickens, your own vegetable soup that you like or whatever,
There you go. And add a little health and healing, So, yeah. So you get that a try out, Mr. Connie, and it definitely worked for you. So Mr. Eccles was just bragging to Dr. Jim about how his throat was sore the other night and he drank some before going to work, which, Mr. Eccles worked overnight for Mata as a manager in the mechanic department. And then he has his own mobile auto mechanic business. But he keeps some in the fridge. Anytime he has any issues with sinus allergies, throat issues, cold, he pulls it out, he warms it up, and he said, before I'm headed to work, it's gone. So so that's a blessing. I'm so happy about that. So those that listen and learn. So
I'm sitting here talking about that. I'm talking my immune support. What is it? The black seed oil. That's good stuff.
It's great
yes,
stuff.
sir.
Oh, that's great stuff.
It's good
Yes,
stuff.
sir. Remember, I had you buy some of that first, Mr.
Yeah.
Lawler, from
Yeah.
Miss Patricia about a year or so ago.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I'm out again. I've gone through several of these, but it's here by my computer to remind me before I go to bed to order some more. Yeah.
And what's also so special about the black seed oil, Mr. Lawler? See if you remember.
What do I remember?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my mind's still working on a website. I couldn't tell you.
Well,
You tell me.
obviously, I prescribed it to you because of your asthma issues.
Yes.
But it's one of the 34 ingredients in my superfood soup, anyways. So,
Oh, okay.
the
Well,
black seed oil, yes,
I
sir.
can kind of taste it there, I think.
There you go.
And
Yes, sir.
then you helped me out when I was, in fact, I've got a bunch of crud now. we went to the coast to see our granddaughter in a competition. She's a national champion now, but cheering. But my I had no allergies after 2 days on the coast. Every time I've ever been to the coast away from Memphis, I get well. I come back, I can't even talk. And I got I used to literally my throat. I couldn't do a commercial to save my life right now, but I used to be a regional and national voiceover person for multiple brands. It's just gone.
We'll get it back. We'll get it
Okay.
back. All right. So you beautiful people, if you all could turn on your cameras, if you're not restricted by work, something or another, if you all could, and we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. Can you all successfully see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. So, welcome you all once again to the Wednesday webinars. So we are really racking up those numbers on doing them very consistently. And soon you all are going to start to see fruits of your labor. Today is May 6, 2026 in the year of our Lord. And this is the Wednesday webinars presented by the Reality of Networking International. I am your host, Mr. Issac D. Coleman, the president of the Reality of Networking International and the founder, and my co-host, Mr. Don Lawler of Brand Aid and Storytellers, and Dr. Jim Powell of the Institute of Applied Metaphysics and I Am Press. So today on the agenda for this Wednesday webinar, we're going to cover the practical purpose of the Wednesday webinars. We're going to cover how to develop your networking skills, part 3, go for the big one, presented by Mr. Issac D. Coleman. That should be segment 1. And then finally, segment 2 will be presented by Mr. Don Lawler, a living legend. It's called Assessing Your Business Before Marketing Your Business. And then we'll spend about 5 or 10 minutes or so on questions and answers. So again, the practical purpose of the Wednesday webinar, simply put, to educate and empower entrepreneurs and business professionals with realistic, tried and true tools, technologies, philosophies, and proper protocols designed to help you become more successful with advertising, marketing, masterminding, and networking in your everyday businesses and lives. In other words, these are the blueprints for how to achieve your goals, how to enhance your sales, and how to enhance your marketing. So, how to develop your networking skills, part 3. Now, who'd like to take this one? We've been harping on this for about 2 to 3 weeks now. What is the number 1 skill business professionals must learn? Show of hands. Anybody can speak up on this one.
Networking.
Good job, Dr. Jam. So you're the only one been paying attention the past couple of weeks. Look at you. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Networking. That is correct. Absolutely. Networking is the number 1 skill. Now, the most crucial skill that only about 10 to 20%, there's an 80-20 ratio again, Mr. Lawler. Only about 10 to 20% of business professionals learn correctly, and less than 10% of them master it effectively. Less than 10% of those will go on to be called master connectors, master networkers. People call up to say, hey, do you know someone who can do X, Y, and Z? Less than 10% of those. So we talked about this for the past couple of weeks. We'll revisit again. What is networking? Well, simply put, networking is about relationship driving, gaining, giving over gaining, farming versus hunting, activation and cultivation of what? Relationships with other people and professionals. So this is the best definition of what networking is that I have found based on the definition provided by Dr. Ivan Meisner, the founder of BNI, Business Network International, and Forbes. Networking is defined as the international, long-term process of cultivating authentic giving and receiving relationships to build social capital and mutual value rather than merely engaging in transactional activities. It is strategic partnership, active endeavors focused on nurturing professional connections, building trust, and community, moving beyond the mere exchange of business cards. In other words, forging and cultivating reciprocal relationships that genuinely give and last a lifetime of consistent value, which was the entire premise, reciprocal relationships of our last Visitors Day last August, which Mr. Don Lawler did an amazing job videotaping the whole thing. So these are 3 questions to ask yourself about your networking skills and your networking approach. Am I actually networking? The definition given by Dr. Ivan Meisner in Forbes lays out the rules and outlines the playbook for you on what networking is. Are you actually networking? If you're doing this, you're networking. If you're not doing this, it's not networking. You may be doing something else, but it's not networking based on the definition of networking. Is your methods or your methodology working? Well, you can test that. How successful are your connections that you have made for other people? Where have they gone? Have they gone on to help them make new and more and better connections than just with the first introduction you gave? What are your results or your body of work or network? You know, I'll give you all a story. Several years ago, when I was in BNI, Business Network International, I had a gentleman there in my chapter who was a president, Dr. Chris. He was an attorney, and he was a real estate attorney, and he specialized in closings. He also did trust and other things. Middle-aged white gentleman in his 50s. We became really good friends. He's the best president I've seen of any of those chapters. He became a client of mine here at the Reality of Fitness family. He wanted to transform himself, and man, he did amazing. Well, we got to talking after a session once, and we had just said prayer. And Dr. Chris looks up at me and he says, well, you know, Mr. Isaac, I'm atheist. I go, yeah, right. He said, yeah, I am. I don't think you knew that, but yeah, but when I see that this is an integral part of your business, and I see you're very passionate about prayer, and I see you do it consistently after every session. So I don't have a problem with saying prayer when you do it, but I am atheist. So, but I respect you and I respect the way you run your business. So, well, thank you, sir. So I'll participate. Well, we got to talking more about business and networking and with the members of our group in the chapter. And he told me that he was working very closely with the realtor, so easy, and the property and casualty insurance agent, which was also very easy. But also, because of the work he did, he was working very closely with our financial advisor, though she was having trouble closing business. He says, you see, Mr. Isaac, I've sent her at least 8 of my clients, and she's closed none of them. I said, wait a minute, none of them? I said, so what about her time since she's been in the group? I said, well, year after year, she doesn't get anything from us. She never closes anything. He said, I think I'm probably the only one that sent her anything, but she didn't close any of the people I sent her, and no one else in the group does. I said, so she's paying her membership dues year after year, yet she's not getting anything out of it. Like, well, I sent her my clients. I can't close them for her. I said, well, absolutely you can, sir. See, I understand where you're coming from, but we have a slightly philosophical difference. You're supposed to be able to help her facilitate those sales as well, not just make the connection. He said, well, she need to take some sales classes or something, because if she can't close, that's on her. I said, okay. Well, I'm taking this upon my duty. I'm going to get her a client, and I'm going to make sure it's a good one. He said, well, good luck. I've sent her 8 of mine. It's okay. Few weeks passed. Another one of my clients was a nurse. She was getting ready to leave one hospital and go to another and take her 401k check with her, $40,000. So I told her about this financial advisor, Miss Alam, from the Middle East. And I told her about our group and how we help each other as business owners, connecting them to other people who can use their services. She said, well, I got to take it somewhere anyways. I might as well. I love you, the best trainer I've ever had, and I trust your networking skills. It's been helping me out thus far. So sure, I'd love to. I'd love to meet her. Well, not only did she go and meet her, she took her $40,000 401k check to her and deposited and invested it with her. And that financial advisor got a commission of about $2,400, free and clear. And obviously a residual every year after that. And the client, the nurse, was very happy with all of her returns on her investment year after year. That is about going for the big one for your mastermind members. That is about going for the big one for your referral partners. You should always be looking for opportunities to not just connect your partner with something, but make sure it bears fruit. You know, if I stand here and I tell someone about this amazing brand ambassador that I know and how she did an interview with me on a radio show and business solutions is so wonderful and great. Let me show you her AI avatar for her business. She can do this for you too. If I'm bragging about what a great veteran this woman is and a great person she is overall, how my mother loved her and she treated her so well on the interview, if I'm telling these types of stories truly and authentically, but I'm also making sure I'm bragging on another person, word of mouth is so powerful. People will almost always do business with them because you're not bragging on yourself, you're bragging on someone else. When you're bragging on someone else, the person, whether it's a client of yours, which is the easiest way, if you're not sharing your clients with your people, you're definitely not networking. That's the easiest way. That's the blue book. Ask Dr. Ivan Meisner. But even someone you just met who has a need and you know that Mr. Don Lawler can service them. Well, fine. If you're bragging on him to this person, they're almost always going to do business with him. If you're bragging on Mr. Misi to a client of yours, your client is certainly almost always going to do business with her. Now, obviously, we're bragging on ourselves. It don't work as well because people expect us to brag on ourselves. But when you take the time to brag on someone else's business, their service, their products, people listen up and they listen up way more carefully. And they almost always do business. So I want to hear your story of glory because we all got one. I want to hear from someone about a time you helped to connect an associate, a business partner, a referral partner, or a mastermind member to something that bore some really great fruit for them. Not just a simple referral or connection, but something that turned into something really good for them. I'd love to hear from anybody. Mr. Lawler, Dr. Jim, Mrs. Connie, Mrs. Nikki, whoever.
I'm trying to remember a specific case, and I'm having trouble with it. I just have made that my practice since 1980, actually. And LinkedIn, just last year, sent me a thing, said they named me as a super connector. So that's my superpower, is just connecting people. But I, there's there's a possible problem with that. I've always made sure I knew, not only know, like, and trust someone, but that I could trust them to hand off to somebody else. And there's two cases where I sent somebody that honestly I thought was great, but for whatever reason they didn't deliver. And boy, it backfired on me big time. So I'm very careful about it now. But that's a point. But I've been blessed to have well over 1,000 clients in my time of business, and I didn't give everybody a referral or whatever, but of those that I did, they always said, "My gosh, we really appreciate you helping me out like that." And sometimes I got reciprocal, and sometimes I didn't, but it was always enough, And had I not done that, I would not have met a lot of really great people. Most recently, I was more involved in the wedding industry, and I did over 700 weddings, and almost all of them came from some referral, almost all. I did get a few just off the website, but honestly, that wasn't a whole lot. And it frankly wasn't my bride. My bride was someone that knew what I did, knew I did it. I was the only person doing that this way in this market, and then that even I've got brides in Chicago, New York, Atlanta, and Vegas, a couple other places, just because of brides here, giving my name there, and that's that was a lot of business, and each one of them was 3,000 or more in business for me. So that's a big story for. I can't give a specific name. I can tell you some names, but they wouldn't matter. So yeah, it does work, and honestly, I've sold ads, I've created ads for a lot of people, and there's an art to that. And if you can do it, do it. It's kind of like I used to call it when I was telling people about it. It's like the Air Force. They soften the ground for you, so when you go in, you've got some meat in the game or some skin in the game. People can trust you more. But honestly, the best people are people you've helped and who you've helped them succeed. They're going to, like Isaac said, brag on you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Dr. Jam, Mrs. Connie, Miss Narcisse, anybody got anything that they could share?
I had uh, I had a lady that's on our board of directors with the Institute of Applied Metaphysics, who is a business manager, a bookkeeper, and a friend of ours who worked on my wife's car. He kind of specialized in Cadillacs. Lost his partner. His partner retired, and his partner was the one who actually kept the books and ran the office. So this guy was really lost and was crying to everybody. And so I told him about Jacqueline Williams, who has been to one of our meetings, and but I told him about her, and they had a meeting, and she went to work with him immediately, and it's been 4 or 5 years. She's still there. So I consider that a successful connection.
Absolutely. That's really good.
Well, I'd like to say something, please.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
It is pertaining to you, Mr. Isaac. You hooked me up with a man named Mr. Kennedy. You saw a post on social media. I've been on the phone with him this afternoon. I'm happy to say we have been chatting for about an hour. He wants to bring me on board. We're going to have a phone meeting tomorrow, and then we're going to meet following day, he said that he wanted to bring my company on to help him with the overflow. He owns luxury cleaners. And so he says I have the potential to pick up his slack that he can't cover. And he says that I can make between $3,000 and $5,000 a month. And I'm very happy, and I thank you very much for that.
You're so welcome.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Congratulations, by the way.
Congratulations, Miss Connie.
Yes.
And good job, Mr. Isaac.
Yes, you're so welcome. Thank you.
That's
That's what
awesome.
it's all about, connecting for your people.
Yeah.
You know, that's beautiful, you all. I could go on with story after story after story in my BNI days of just helping business owners get so much different business, from the bankers to the realtors to, my God, just goes on and on and on. And that's what it's all about. When you all get a victory, to me, it feels like I got a victory. So I love that. So great job, Mr. Connie. Beautiful. Anybody else got any story of glory they want to share? Any connection they made for someone else, or connections they received that turned into something very powerful?
I'll go.
Yes, ma'am.
I've made many great connections and introductions to for my graphic designers and my website builders that have turned out very, very well, as well as for my handyman. And I have received quite a few referrals for social media management, consultations, business consults, and designs.
Well, beautiful.
Great.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right. Well, before we move on, Mr. Meesey or Miss Amy, anybody else got anything they would like to share about connections they have received or connections they have made?
Not right now, but congratulations to you guys and awesome job, Mr. Isaac.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. And Miss Allen, not sure if you can speak into your mic or not, darling. You have anything you care to share? Connections you've received that turned to be pretty powerful, connections you've made for someone that turned out to be pretty powerful. Yeah, I see you trying to talk, but can't hear anything. Can anybody hear her?
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay, I'll wait till we get this fixed.
There you go. We can
Yeah.
hear you now. Go do that again.
Get close.
Okay, I'm close. I said I'll wait till we get this fixed.
Okay, not a problem. Not a problem. Yes, ma'am.
So
Well, we're
y'all,
gonna
I heard that.
thank you, dear. We're gonna move right on along, you all. So next time, which won't be next week, but March 20th will be our next Wednesday webinar. Next week, Mrs. Connie's going to be presenting and tearing it up with her public speaking engagement on the grand stage and the in-person meeting at El Patron of the Reality of Networking International. So we'll be meeting in person next Wednesday. However, the following Wednesday will be our next Wednesday webinar, which will be May 20th. And it is called Are You Missing Opportunities? Are you missing opportunities? And it's going to be covering taking advantage of every opportunity. I'm going to tell you the how and the why behind that. And if you all remember, I'll let somebody answer this one, because this also pertains to Mrs. Connie. What is the key to success after knowing what you want? What is the key to success? Anybody?
To pursue it, to talk, mm, I don't know.
Make it. Can you ask that question again?
What is the key to success after knowing what you want?
Make a plan. Make a
It's not
plan and
it's
be
not a bad
disciplined.
answer. It's not a bad answer.
You gotta follow up what you want.
Get started.
There you
Thank
go. Thank you, Dr. Jim. The key to success is to start before you're ready. Once you know what you want, get started. You know, Mrs. Connie texted me the other day. She's nervous about career day this Friday at Raleigh Bartley Meadows Elementary School. Well, that school loves us. We did an amazing job last year. This will be Mrs. Connie's first time joining us there. Well, she said, I don't have this, I don't have this ready, I don't have this ready. So I'm a little bit nervous about doing it because I don't feel too prepared. Good. If it pushes you out of your comfort zone, but you pursue it anyways, do the best you can and learn in the process. Learn from any mistakes. Learn how to do it better next time. Learn is what it's all about. Learning is the game, the name of the game. And it's called experience of life. So by her pushing herself to do it, though she don't feel so ready, but give her best, she's always going to win. You know, Mr. Wayne Gretzky himself said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't make. So just by being there and showing up and interacting and participating and giving your best, you're always going to win something. But if you're not there, we can't win anything. So he's absolutely right. Thank you, Dr. Jim. And if you want more referrals, you all, what do you do? Anybody? If you want more referrals, what do you do?
Help someone else by asking them how you can help them get more.
Beautiful. Thank you, Mr. Lawler. According to the late, great Mr. Bob Proctor, the law of prosperity is generosity. If you want more, give more. Thank you for that, Ms. Law. That's absolutely correct. And that's when you got to go for the big one, you all, going for the big one for your teammates, for your mastermind members, for your referral partners, ask them, what is it right now that would be life-changing to you in your business? If I was to connect you to someone or something, what would that be? What would help you the most? You have to ask them that. Otherwise, you won't know. Once you ask them that, chase that, find that, attract that, and deliver it unto them. They'll thank you forever. So now we're going to move right on along to my co-host, the living legend, Mr. Don Lawler. Today, I have the honor to introduce Mr. Don Lawler of Storytellers and Brand Aid, branding that sticks. If you confuse, you will lose. Mr. Don Lawler. Mr. Don Lawler can help you tell a better story to grow a better brand. Mr. Don is a national award-winning writer, producer, and director, and has told stories on radio and television for over 40 years, ladies and gentlemen, while working with celebrities, athletes, speakers, marketers, and Fortune 500 companies. Today, he helps entrepreneurs tell their brand stories and create standout brands. He does it with brand strategy, messaging, broadcast video, quality video, photography, and coaching. Clients have included companies like FedEx, Chevrolet, Train, Pfizer, Xlax, GlaxoSmithKline, Medtronic, Microport, Marriott, Boy Scouts of America, Come and Get It Dog Food, Rebel Books, Stroh's Beer, Haverty's Furniture, National Tire Wholesale, and hundreds of small businesses, just like yours. Mr. Lawler served as the president of the Columbia School of Broadcasting and also helped launch 12 successful companies. He was VP of Marketing at Genesis Testament Centers, where his strategy increased revenue by 237% in only 6 months, and Vice President of Marketing and co-founder of HealthStream, where he raised $30 million for an IPO. Mr. Lawler helped launch a full-power television station, manage a multi-million-dollar media center, and an international broadcasting ministry, reaching 36 countries. Mr. Lawler is a certified guerrilla marketing coach and was mentored by the likes of Mr. J. Conrad Levinson, creator of the Marlboro Man, Jolly Green Giant, Pillsbury Doughboy, and Tony the Tiger, and participated in marketing masterminds and marketing courses with experts including Zig Ziglar, Jay Abraham, Dan Kennedy, Donald Miller, and Fabian Fredrickson. Branding with Pia Silva, and personal branding training with Jamie Swanson and Jesse Wyman. Without a doubt, Mr. Lawler has demonstrated a history of adding value while working in the broadcasting, media, marketing, advertising, and videography industries. If you want to up level your brand, have a better strategy, and tell a better story, call Mr. Don Lawler of Storytellers and Brand Aid, branding that sticks. So please put your hands together for my co-host, the living legend, Mr. Don Lawler.
Ding, ding, ding. Really, I'm ready to go fight, prize fight.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Isaac. Okay, we're basically talking about guerrilla marketing, but guerrilla marketing is only one of many marketing types or styles or ideas that I've learned over a 40, actually, about 40 plus years. I'm actually approaching 50. But
Congratulations.
at least that long. But it's just one of many. And I could wrap up what guerrilla marketing is in just one quick thing. It's an ideology or a way of thinking about things. And I think on our first broadcast, I talked about how guerrilla marketing was born right after, I think, it was right after our first big round of fighting over in the Middle East. And bottom line, my dad was an Army Ranger. So basically, guerrilla marketing is where you hide in the bushes and you jump out and hit the big guys one at a time, and you go hide. And you take them down one by one. And it was made by J. Conrad Levinson, who, like Isaac said, created all these iconic icon characters for advertising, and became a professor teaching the MBA and marketing program at a university in California. I think it was UCLA. But it's a form that he created based on a time when it was really the first group of entrepreneurs like me and like you were starting out, leaving corporate America because we were getting downsized back then, right-sized later, and they'd come up with a lot of different names, just meaning you better go find a job somewhere else. And we just had enough and had enough skills, enough smarts, and hopefully built a big enough network that we could actually go out and become entrepreneurs and build businesses. I personally started out with a big vision, and it grew very slowly, which is very common for most people. Years later, I was able to connect with Jay because I'd read all of his books up to that point. And I did a contest, and 12 people were chosen to become coaches, his first coaches. Now before he died, he had them all over the world. But we got our certification in the first group. And I learned a lot about that, but I want to teach you a lot of other things because there's a lot of new stuff going on. But this is the perfect place to start for new entrepreneurs, even for people who are quite seasoned but haven't really grown the business they want. Because until you have the cash and the amount of network, a big enough network to help you get where you really ultimately want to go, you've got to be a guerrilla. And that's just bottom line. And so I love doing that. But before you can even get started, right, here's something I witnessed many times, producing hundreds and hundreds of commercials for businesses. If the people that started out and they just went in with a big budget, big idea, and they they got a lot of people coming in because they were advertising in the right places. They were coming to people like me or ad agencies. They just have that money and that ability to get out there. And like I said, it's, you start hitting the people from the air, and all of a sudden people's phone starts ringing. You start taking on business. If you don't have your business act together, you're going to chase people away. And for every person that you lose or offend, they're going to tell 20 of their friends. Someone says, I need someone to help me with physical training. Well, one person that's not happy could really affect 20 more people that they can talk to. I hear feedback. We got a mic on? Okay. Anyway, I'm just saying that. But so tonight I want to give you 12 questions. Write them down, and then I want you to do a little homework and just be honest with yourself. And if you need any help, call me, and we'll walk you through some things. Number one, how would you describe your business? I'm going to tell you, most people will give you everything they know about their business, but you really need to find out what the person needs and how you can help them with your specific skill. Too much information, their eyes roll back in their head and they don't go on. So be very specific and describe your business. My coach, Donald Miller, with Story Brand in Nashville, says you should be able to do it in 1 to 3 sentences, max. Billboard companies say you need to do it in 1 to 7 words max, and 5 seems to be the one that works the best. So describe your business. Number 2, what are your key strengths and the strengths of your business? I'll let you write that down just a second. We're going to go through these pretty fast, and I'll move on. This is to help you, and I'd love to hear this. Call me during the week if you want to talk about your answers. Got questions, or maybe you can share something with us next week. What are the weaknesses? Number 3, what are the weaknesses or challenges of your business? And I guarantee you, every one of us have challenges no matter where we are in the business world. We've been doing it for a week, or we've been doing it for 50 years. Number 4, what is unique about your business? Why would your customers want to use your business as opposed to your competitors? I'll let you write that down just a second. Okay, number 5, where would you like to see your business in the next 6 months? I know a lot of people, in fact, when I was in business school, they wanted you to do a 5-year projection. For small entrepreneurs, let's take baby steps. If 6 months is too far for you to see, give yourself a 90-day goal, 3 months. In fact, that's what I do. And reassess and regroup and move on. If you need to tweak, fine. You need to kick something out, fine. The more you refine, the better and closer you're going to find your target market and connect with them. Okay, number 5, where would you like to see your business? Okay, in the next 6 months. Okay, we just discussed that. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, number 6, what obstacles might be getting in the way of achieving your results? What are your results? Write those down. And what obstacles are getting in your way? Okay, give you a few seconds to write that. Let me get a drink of water. Number 7, what might be, okay, number 8, what things are you most passionate about? And how are those things reflected in your business?
That should be number 7, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, well, I may have overstepped something. Okay, I had 6 as obstacles.
Yes, sir. Number 6 was the obstacles.
Okay, 7 was what might be getting in your way of converting more prospects into customers? Thank you, Isaac. Okay, number 7, what might be getting in the way of conveying more prospects into customers? Okay, I'm dyslexic, and the light in this studio where I'm looking is really hard for me to see. Okay, also have glaucoma. Okay, so 8 was what things are most, okay, 8 was what are you most passionate about? And how are they reflected in your business? Okay, I'm caught up. And you're caught up. We'll go again. Number 9, what marketing strategies are you using right now? And I know I'm totally guilty of this. I have way too many marketing strategies. I'm a one-man band now. I used to have staff. If you're a one-man or two-person business, start slow. Pick something that's going to really work and do it a lot. Keep doing it until it
Well,
doesn't.
Dr. Jim said you should have at least 77 ways to market your book.
Well,
At least 77.
well,
No, I'm just kidding.
well, J. Conrad Levin said 100 ways to market your
There you
business.
go.
I just know from a lot of experience, if I don't focus on something, I get lost in the weeds, and that just doesn't work. Trust me. Okay, number 10, what is the most profitable aspect of your business? You may be able to do a lot of different stuff, but the person who's seeking one specific thing doesn't care about that. They want to know, can you fix my problem? And how fast can you do it? And what's it going to cost me? Okay? And you want to give them more than they paid for, whether it's physical or some extra something you put on it. Down when I lived in Louisiana, they call it lagniappe, a little something extra.
Sure.
It doesn't have to be big. They just know it's going to help them, and you're being real. They can trust you. Okay. What is the least profitable aspect of your business? That's part of number 10. So what's your most profitable? What's the least profitable? I suggest you revisit it if it's the least and get rid of it or tweak it. And like I said, too many things confuse people. When I was in the wedding business, we had 3 packages. And if you think about 3, it seems to be a pretty darn good number. Because if you look around, you'll see gas stations. How many pumps do they have? 3. Good, better, best, right? They call it something different, but it's the same type of principle. And most people will look at the lowest thing, the cheapest thing, and they don't want to be cheap. They'll at least go to the middle. And then there are people who just have the wallet and they've got to have the best. I have tried it in multiple businesses. Something is simple, and you see it all the time. You start out maybe $39.95 to get something, or $39.97. I like 97. It's kind of a different number. It makes people stop and think. Say $39.97. Well, the next boost may be $99.97. Well, then the next boost may be $4.97. You see the principle. Good, better, best. And I promise you there are people in all 3 categories. So position yourself as give them something that's good, really good for the least amount. And most people, especially if you give them something up front of that, just to get their attention, they go, well, gee whiz, if she's this nice, what's she going to do for me if I pay a little bit more? And it goes that way all the way up to the top. And I've almost choked on the price I gave at the top for some people, and they gave it to me anyway, and they were happy. Some people wanted it as bragging rights, and some people just got to have the best. I'm just going to tell you, it's the truth. So sit down and shoot for the stars. Miss Connie, same thing goes for you. I see your face. I'm just thinking about you. You're doing great, girl. I'm so proud of you. But you should price your business that way. Is my suggestion. One's to get them started, give them a little something they're not expecting, and then you have another level, and that's going to be really good. And then sky's the limit, and ask a crazy price. You may get it. Just be ready.
I did. Matter of fact, I've been cleaning a house for this lady, and I gave her my price. Well, today she wants to increase my price.
Yeah.
She likes the way I clean, so she increased my price $15 per hour.
That's a jump. It's a nice jump. Good for you. That's awesome. That is awesome. Okay. Number 11, do you have a specific strategy for following up and all the
No,
with all your prospects.
no, sir. No, number 11 was what is the least profitable aspect of your business?
How do I get over there? No, that was number 10. I'm looking at it. I'm sorry. I may have said the wrong number. Number 10 was the most profitable aspect. Oh, I got you. I said it's part of number 10, the least profits.
Okay.
What's the
Okay.
most and the least? Okay. Thanks for catching me on that. I
Gotcha.
probably should have made it number 11. Okay. I'm going with Jay's stuff here. Number 11 is, do you have a specific strategy for following up? And that goes back to networking. That's one. You can network on the phone. You can network on Zoom. You can go to networking meetings where many people are there, or a few. Frankly, if there's too many, I don't really spend a whole lot of time, quality time. I try and find a few people that I can spend some quality time. That's just my little thing. You may be a social butterfly and you can talk with everybody within the 30 minutes or an hour you've got. I don't know. Go for it. Okay. And number 12 is the last one, is what specific results do you want to obtain from working with me? And I'm here. Just call me. Ask yourself what specific results you want. Okay. How are we on time right now, Isaac?
We are all out of time.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I had more. I had
I
enough.
wanted you to get all those 12 out, though,
Yeah.
for our homework. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Do some homework. Call me if you got any questions about anything. And if Isaac has a little time next week to revisit and someone just name one or two of those things that you found helpful,
Absolutely.
Let us know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's beautiful. And don't forget, Mr. Lawler, I think you still owe Mr. Misi a call back as well.
Oh,
And
okay. Let me write that down. I'm so sorry. Let me see.
you okay?
Yeah,
And do you do corporate photos
yes,
or business photos? Okay.
yes. I've done some pretty nice sized companies, small and large.
All right. And you can also do
Fact.
professional photos just for, let's say, a standalone business owner as
Oh
well.
yeah, absolutely. You can come to me or I'll come to you. Either way.
Sweet.
Some people like to see themselves in their environment, office, the type of work they're doing. Realtors may take me to a house or something like that. But I can set up a green screen or a blue screen and make your picture just like for a corporate photo, yeah. I love doing it.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So you all, this is about 5 or 10 minutes or so of questions and answers. And it doesn't have to be limited to just a presentation. If you have a specific question about someone here or about someone's business or their services or products, and you'd like to learn more, ask them, reach out, contact them, get their contact information. So any questions from me regarding networking, how to go for the big one, how to connect more people to your people. Any questions about that? Any questions about how to receive more connections for yourself or for your business? Or any questions with Mr. Lawler about the guerrilla marketing on how to assess your business or how to assess your referral partner's business? Any questions, ask us, or any questions for each other, ask away. We're here. Let's go.
Go get them, Tiger.
Let's see who should cast the first stone.
Yeah. It's great to see you guys here tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you. Great to see you.
It's good to be back.
Fresh out the dentist, and you're talking really well. So,
oh, man, my teeth actually look kind of decent, but these are temporary. I broke a front tooth. So, yeah.
Bless your heart.
I didn't want to be on TV tonight.
Gotcha. Mrs. Connie, she's always breaking front teeth and getting them fixed. She's one of those, she's almost a champion so far in that power slap competition. When you haul off and slap the other, man, she's doing really well. Man, she be sending those ladies flying sometime.
Oh,
no, I'm
man.
just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
I figured you were. Takes a kidder to know a kidder.
Yes, sir.
I got it.
I don't know. Mr. Meese is a little feisty one, so she probably do pretty well in that. So, hey, yeah.
Hope I never have to find out.
I'll let Isaac take this spot. I'm a real friend.
I will let him.
Yeah. Miss Allen, you got anything? Miss Amy, you got anything? Miss Narcisse, you got anything?
No, thank you.
All right. Dr. Jim, anything for anybody?
Can you
Any
hear me?
questions? Any comments? Yes,
Can you
sir.
hear me?
Yes, sir. We can
Yeah.
hear you very well.
I can't see. A while ago, something went funny, and I've been able to listen and watch the box on the right, but I couldn't see the board as we started out. So I don't know what happened with that.
Hmm. All right. You can't see us, you're saying?
I can see only the little box where you are on the right-hand corner. The screen and everything that was available is gone for me. Not to worry, we're finished anyway, but
Yeah, we can see you just fine, and I can hear you very clearly as well.
Yeah. Are you seeing a big box in the middle and the little
no,
boxes above?
no, in the middle it just says Zoom Workplace sign in. And then in the right-hand corner, I can see you or whoever it
Oh,
switches to.
that's interesting. Zoom kind of makes me crazy sometimes. It has multiple pages, and if you downsize two of those pages, I think you'll see the black screen with the large video at the bottom with actually I see you on it right now, and Isaac was on it a second ago. Do you
Like
see any other one
asking,
blue box that says Zoom?
it's asking for
Download.
a meeting ID right now.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks like you got a couple of different pages of
Screens open.
screens pulled up.
There's one
Yeah.
called Zoom Workplace. That's the one I think should be open,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm correct.
I came in on the browser. I didn't come in on the workplace.
Huh. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I used Teams a few weeks ago for a thing we were doing for Pinnacle Bait, and rented a studio for that. I loved it. It was so professional. And that's what Shelby County schools and colleges
Yep.
use for teaching. It's
Yeah, they switched
really,
to Teams. Yeah.
really good.
Okay. Well, that's good. Good deal. Mrs. Connie, Miss Allen, any questions for you ladies?
No, not right now. I mean, I got 1,000, but I got to sort it out, right?
Well, we don't have time for 1,000, but hey, we got time for a couple. Go ahead.
Oh, talking about strategy. I don't really know that I have a strategy as far as, you know, going forward with my business. It's just like one step in front of the other right now for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just getting started on it though right now, right? So each time you do this is a learning opportunity. Do you have any models from anybody who's done this really well?
No,
Okay.
nobody.
Do some Google searches and see if you can find companies similar to you
Hmm.
outside the market. Do a little spying. That would be
Right.
my first thing to say. Read everything they're writing online and find some things that you think might be a good fit for you. Try it, but only do things that are good for you. I know you're doing a great job, and you will learn. Ask your clients, you know,
Right. I
for
do.
how am I doing? You know, what am I doing the best? What can I do better? Simple things like that, and they will help you figure out who your people are.
Mhm.
Right. That's what I did. I researched what the price was in Memphis and
Okay.
then price not on the high end, sort of
Mhm.
close to high end, but not, maxed out.
Right.
And my clients, when I first meet them, I tell them, I said, I need to know you and you need to know me. So if I do anything wrong
Mhm.
or I omit something you want done, to please tell me because that's the only way that I'm going to learn and move forward.
That's
And I
right.
want to make my customer or my client happy. and I want to clean for you just like I would want somebody to clean for me or I clean for myself.
Right.
Good.
Yeah, I thought about you the other day when I was on the beach, actually, but I was thinking you actually have a scalable business. I know you've got to get ground floor and get a system in place that you're comfortable with. You got to know who your people are and all that. But if you ever want to talk scaling, I think you've got a scalable business.
Okay.
Really do, really do.
Mhm. Very
And
good.
your pricing now will affect your pricing later. So think real hard about that. But I think you're right in going to the top and slightly less, but maybe
Mhm.
look at a three-tier thing.
Right.
Yeah, you might want to consider that. But I would need to know a lot more if I could give you write a prescription.
Get with you to learn more.
Okay.
Pick your brain a little bit, as they say.
Yeah, that'd be
Because
great.
I'm a sponge. I want to soak up everything.
That's good. I've been doing this a long time. I'm still a sponge. There's always something to learn it. And things change all the time, especially my industry, high tech. It's just like changes all the time.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And Mr. Cunning, you also can take Mr. Don Lawler's approach. Speaking with Mr. Kennedy, Mr. Chris Kennedy, I just connected you with, because looks like they've been doing it a while with the luxury homes. Learn from him too about his model and what they do,
Hmm.
and that'll probably help you out greatly as well.
Yeah, that's actually something I learned a long time ago. Go outside of your industry and look for ideas that you haven't even thought about because everybody in your industry is probably going to be doing something very similar. You may find something that just sparks with you. Say, dang, my people would love that. And maybe put your spin on it.
Well, that's what I was saying today. Everything that I responded to him by, he would put a heart on
Hmm.
it,
Oh,
you
good,
know, and he
good.
kept telling me that I love the conversation that we're having. And I think
That's
you're going
good.
to be fit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm just being me. And I was afraid I wasn't professional enough,
Uh-huh.
but I'm just me. I can't pretend. So I guess everything I said was what he'd like to hear. So,
And I believe you. Be you. There's no other you. Okay, never will be. So be you, and just ask great questions and listen. Doctors will not write your prescription until they've asked you the right questions, and you do the same thing.
I had a, like deep in, move in, clean. And I came back on him and I'm like, you have to explain that one to me because I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
And he did, so
well, good.
yeah.
And when you told it or explained that to him, and he responded, write yourself a note what he responded to and how you changed the words. Words are
Al-
you're a good girl.
Always,
Keep doing it,
always.
Connie. Keep doing it. That's right. That's always. I still do it. I got so many notes, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
I have so many notebooks already and I'm just getting started.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything I write down.
That's great. That is
That's
awesome.
beautiful. I got a question for you, Mr. Connie. So Mr. Meese and I was talking about your business, Spotless Sentiment, the other day, and I was telling her that you do deep cleaning, but that's not something that you advertise that you do. And obviously, it costs more to do it. So we were going over examples of not only what am I looking for in my business, but also examples of, well, this is probably not a good fit for my business, right, Mr. Lawler? So we want to also
Mhm.
know, like, probably don't send me this kind of person because it usually don't work out so well. So for example, deep cleaning, is that something worth your while? Or
Yeah.
is it something that's kind of just like maybe a case by case type basis for you?
Well,
Very wise. Yeah.
a deep cleaning involves so much more.
Yeah.
Deep cleaning, you're going to do ceiling fans or windows or, refrigerators and stuff like that. So, of course, it takes extra time and extra money to do that. Is it something that I prefer to do? Probably not,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm willing to do it, is the thing. And it is based on person to person, you
Mm-hmm.
know. because people want different things. Now, if I was to go in a house and they were like, oh, I met with a lady the other day And she put me off 2 times, and finally I had a meeting with her. But when I walked into the house, there was a lot of animals in there, and she wants a deep cleaning, and 5 or 6 dogs, and I say 3 or 4 cats is what I saw. You know, I simply told her, I'm sorry. You need a better cleaning crew than what I can provide because species and everything all everywhere. Now I won't do that. I won't do that.
That's good that you know that. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. You hear that, Mr. Macy?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Good deal. Good.
Thank you.
All right, yes, ma'am. All right, you all. It is 7:46 p.m., so we spent a few extra minutes overboard. But before we close out, do anybody have anything? Speak now or forever hold your precious peace.
Oh Lord, sounds like we're getting married.
Well, a mastermind kind of is that way.
There you go. There you go. All right, beautiful people. Well, we're going to go ahead and close out. And I want to leave you all with the quote that we say in the in-person meeting. Great minds think alike, and we look alike. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Love you all. God bless you all. If you need anything, give myself a call. Give Mr. Don Lawler a call. Give Dr. Jim a call, or anybody on the platform if you need their contact information. Do not hesitate to reach out to me and let me know, and I can forward that to you. And Miss Opal Allen, I owe you a recording or two. I have not forgotten. I will get on that here momentarily. So you all have a blessed night, and I will see a lot of you all in a couple of days at Career Day, and I will talk to you all very soon.
Okay.
Thank you all so much. Great
Thank
job,
you.
Mr. Lawler. Thank you.
Bye-bye.